and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer Fu-Mei Tung, and we're here for the final round. Yes, this evening is the last and final game of the Skaneateles Summer Series. This was supposed to be the game that was to occur a week ago in the W.G. Allen Arena. However, due to power outages in Skaneateles a week ago, the game was postponed to this evening. And who is it that we're playing? Well, it's none other than the Auburn Maroons. Let's get into our scouting report, and we'll see what's in store for the final week of hockey here in the Finger Lakes. Last time these two teams faced off against each other, they tied in an even score of 2 apiece at Casey Park during the regular season. This, of course, was one of the 4 tied matches that the Hornets would have during their regular season, a number with which they unfortunately led this section. It was almost going to be a loss until the Hornets were able to score a clutch tying goal with the 41 seconds left on the clock. But the truth was that Auburn would end that regular season in last place in Division II, only managing to beat Liverpool and New Hartford. Hopefully for their case, they can manage to improve their record when it comes time to hit the ice this winter. For the Hornets, they've been riding on a high these past 3 games. All of them have been victories, particularly of the shutout sort. They were able to win rather conclusively against Fu-Mei, took a narrow 1-0 victory over IHC, and won 5-0 against the Syracuse Cougars just 2 days ago. With the added victory against Broome County, their record stands at a respectable 4-3 over the summer series. The question now remains, can they end this summer vacation with a winning record for the 2nd year in a row? Well, we've got 3 periods tonight to figure that out. With all that said, it's time for the main event. Who will take the ultimate victory here in Skaneateles? Will the Maroons from down Route 20 come in and swoop up the last remains? Or will the Hornets swarm around and take victory for themselves in this final battle? All that and more will be determined here tonight. And the only place to watch all the action is here on the Hornets Hockey Network. It's Maroons versus Hornets as we get set for game time. Welcome back, ladies and goes, but Ryan Tonkovich is able to keep it up, or pick it up for the Hornets. And I am not sure. Oh. 13:06 left to go in this first period of play, and I genuinely have almost no clue why that whistle was blown. Nonetheless, we will play on. Face off to the left of Finger. This one into the corner by the Hornets. Teddy Smart handing it over. Hello? Hello? Apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with the headset. There's a reason why you'd want to bring multiple headsets to one game, and this is purely for that reason. So, hopefully we'll be able to continue with this headset here. Once again, apologies for that. And we are back up and running, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, as we get back up into the perch, as Auburn gets themselves an icing. And just my luck that when I come back immediately, we have a stoppage of play as Chris sending it all the way down to the other ref. Has a little bit of a show of his personal strength. 3:23 left to go in this first period of play. 2-0 still our score. Dimitri Sergeev is out of the box. Bill Sanzone taking it around the corner. Looking over his options as he comes across the tops of the circles. He'll come back, handing it off to Brady Moore. He gets a shot on, and a rebound, scores! And I believe that'll be Henry Dougherty. And he will get his second goal of the summer series off a deflection from a big shot from the point. And boy, oh boy, am I glad that we were able to get some sound back just in time for a big goal like that. Nick Sergeev getting it back up. And Will Sanzone attempted to steal that one and back pretty deep in that Auburn zone. Here comes Teddy Smart looking over their options. Let's send it back across towards those far boards. Auburn able to get that possession, but he misses that one. It'll roll into the near corner. Will Sanzone sending it off those far boards. Henry Dougherty able to pick it up and forwarding it down into the Auburn end. And the referee will call that icing if after the other referee did not have his arm up. A little bit of an unexpected icing, but as Henry Dougherty did release it before the red line, it is valid. 2:31 left to go in this first period of play. 3-0 is our new score, thanks to Henry Dougherty. Face off one back by Auburn, but a little bit too far here. And they've got a foot race. Jack Lalick closing quickly, but not close enough. We will have to come back out of the zone. And here comes Noah Chen. He'll try to get it back into the zone himself. But Auburn with that possession at the top of the circles. Leveroni forwarding it back. Keeping it in is Lalick. He will put a shot on. Turned away by the stick of the goaltender. Auburn grabbing that themselves. They will get it up the boards. They will not get it out. Joey Leveroni taking it back down deeper. A little bit of a close shot. He tried to do something there, but he gets it up to Brian Tonkovich instead. He puts a shot on, and they'll try to cover it up, but that rebound just was not capitalized on. They'll set it all the way back across. Brian Tonkovich getting some body put on him. They'll get it up the boards. Noah Chen coming back towards the center. Auburn getting it back up for Walker Thompson. Thompson, though, getting off those feet. They'll get it in the corner. Auburn just trying to get that possession back. Jack Lalick, though, hitting it right to them. It goes off his stick, though, right to Joey Leveroni. So a little bit of an impromptu assist as he takes a shot and makes that goalie fall backwards with the puck. Is that a show of how powerful that man's shot is? Well, the comics would show you that that is such a thing. .112 left to go in this first period of play. Face off. One back by Auburn. They try to get it out quickly. After a series of buddy passes there, they'll get it over towards the boards. Auburn getting it up. And Jalen Meyer able to keep it in with a shot on the goaltender, but he will choose to cover that as to not do any damage to what's already been put on the board. Face off, won by Nico Capriati and the Hornets. Drew Main taking that. He forwards it up for Teddy Smart. Comes across the blue line, walks it in. A shot will go wide. Tyler Main getting it to his brother Drew below the goal line. Up for, I believe that is Teddy Smart again. Drew Main coming back across, handing it over to Capriati. Capriati coming back in, trying to get it up there for Jalen Meyer, but it went right into the hands of Auburn, and they will get it up and out of the zone. That will be an icing. 26.1 seconds left to go in this first period of play. 3-0 is our score. And we take it down to the other end by the referee and not a shot from Chris Finger, unfortunately. Face off. One forward by Auburn. They take it out of their zone fairly quickly. And here they come into the Hornets' end, looking over their options as he comes back in. Chooses to go across, but it didn't get there. Here comes Will Sanzone back the other way. Sanzone deterring 2 hits here. He's got some space. A shot that goes off the stick and wide of the net. A wraparound opportunity there was not quite capitalized on. And keeping that in is Nick Sergeev. And we will run out of time. So at the end of that first period, the score is 3 for the Hornets, none for the Maroons. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We will have second period of action here on the Hornets Hockey Network. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We will get going fairly quick. We had to fix some power issues. And here we come. Oh, and the Hornets immediately getting a good scoring opportunity here. As Teddy Smart tried to walk that across the blue line. And the Hornets still with that possession. Lollick handing it off to Smart. They'll get it up here. Try to get it all the way up for Joey Leveroni. But here comes Auburn the other way. Lollick getting it for Brian Tonkovich, I should say. Coming up the near side. Looking over his options as he reaches that blue line. A stretch pass up for Noah Chen. They will forward that into the zone. Noah Chen will go to change, and so will Brian Tonkovich. Joey Leveroni, though, put in some work. Jack Lollick coming in to put some pressure on as well, but Auburn is able to get it out of the zone quickly. Teddy Smart looking to leave that for Walker Thompson. A stretch pass all the way across for Tyler Main. Here they come into the zone. A shot. Scores! And a ripper of a shot from Tyler Main just as he enters the zone will help the Hornets extend their lead to 4. And just over a minute into that second period, we've already got another goal on the board. Face off, one back by Auburn. They'll try to get that up the boards here as they come back. Walker Thompson, though, grabbing that for the Hornets. They will send it up, and up for Nico Capriati as they enter the zone. A shot will come. He gets into the defenseman. Auburn will grab it. They'll try to send it out of the zone. They do, but that'll go a little far. That's another icing. Chris Finger sending it all the way down the ice through the legs of Nick Sergeev. Nutmegging him, unbeknownst to him. Face off, won by Auburn. They'll try to get it out of the zone once again, but they'll get it back. Tyler Main in that near corner, getting it up for Nick Sergeev. A shot will come through the legs, but it gets turned away by the goaltender. Nick Sergeev going over a little bit. He's not able to keep that in the zone. He will grab that himself, looking to redeem himself off of that blue line, but it sends it right to Auburn. They will get it back into the zone. Nick Sergeev grabbing that, sending it over for Walker Thompson. He will get it up for, that is Tyler Main. And here comes Drew Main and Nico Capriati. They'll try to get another shot. He scores! And number 5 makes it 5 on the board for the Hornets. And boy, oh boy, you have to think the floodgates have surely opened. Face off. One backed by the Hornets. Chris Finger grabbing that, leaving it for Brian Tonkovich. They'll get it up for Henry Dougherty. Dougherty getting it up there, trying to get it out of the zone. They do with the help of Will Sanzone. He will forward it up to Brady Moore. It's those BR names that unfortunately I seem to be having a little bit of trouble. Brian Tonkovich, Brady Moore. Brian Tonkovich leaving it for Brady Moore as they come back into the zone. Brady Moore along the boards. Auburn trying to put a big hit on them. And they will get it out of the zone with that hit. Jalen Meyer looking to get it the other way. And a stretch pass to Sanzone. He's all alone. They try to get it all right in there, and a collision with the goaltender will send the net flying off of its pegs. And it seems like both parties involved are all right. Auburn goaltender with considerably more padding than Will Sanzone. So it looks like Will Sanzone is all right, and so is the goaltender. And so we'll put the net back onto its moorings, and we will play on. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Auburn, though, trying to redirect that out. Dmitry Sergeev will go into the near corner for it. He'll grab that. Getting it up and around the corner. A shot will come, and it gets wide of the net. Teddy Smart coming back in. They'll get it on the boards here. Around the circle they come. They'll get it over for Nick Sergeev. Nick for his brother Dmitry. He will forward that below the goal line. Auburn grabbing that, but it's Dmitry Sergeev who will get that one back. Ellis Thompson coming in to help him out. But it's Auburn who will get it up and out of the zone. Nick Sergeev picking it up, sending it across for Teddy Smart. He grabs it off the boards, and they will come back into the Auburn zone, looking to set something up. Getting it across. Nick Sergeev with a shot. And goes below the goal line for his brother Dmitry. Dmitry leaving that for Joey Leveroni. Dmitry getting up and getting that back. Leveroni going forward in the far corner. Get it across the goal line there. Dmitry tried to take it, but it's Auburn. Will get that possession back, getting it off the near boards and getting it just out of the zone. Here they come the other way. Nick Sergeev grabbing that back just beyond the Hornets blue line, and here comes Joey Leveroni picking that one up. Coming into the Auburn end, a shot will come, and it's right on the pad of the goaltender. He almost got him 5-hole from the point. .11:34 remaining in this second period of play. Face off. One back by the Hornets. Walker Thompson sending it up for Joey Leveroni. He gets it up for Jack Lalick. Gets it up for Walker Thompson. Thompson coming across and coming down into the near corner. He sends it towards the center. No shot will come. Jack Lalick picking it up, getting it through a couple legs here. He'll take another shot, but it goes wide. Brian Tonkovich sending it deep. It'll roll it around all the way to the far corner. Joey Leveroni grabbing that, getting two bodies put on him. They'll send it towards the center, Jack Lalick, but nothing will come of that. Auburn will pick it up, and here they come the other way. Get it just into the Hornets' end, going hard for it. A couple bodies thrown there, but the Hornets are able to pick it up. Here comes Jack Lalick the other way. He forwards it up for Joey Leveroni, picking it up trying to pick it off the boards. Didn't quite get there. Lalick will get that back for Walker Thompson, and Joey Leveroni doing a quick change there, and he will come on. Ryan Tonkovich with a shot gets turned away by the Auburn goaltender. 10:28 remains in this second period of play. 5-0 is our score as of yet. We are just under halfway through this game. We've got another half to play. You never know. This is the game of hockey. Face off one back. Teddy Smart with a big shot, but it gets redirected into the corner. Nico Capriati will grab that for himself. Coming across the tops of the circles. And getting it down into the near corner. It'll roll around to the far one just below the goal line. Auburn grabbing that. Getting it up and out of their play. And here comes Teddy Smart. Behind his own goal, looking for some room. Gets redirected off an Auburn stick. They will all get out of the zone and look to get it back into the Hornets' end. They will dump it right on net. Chris Finger stopping that with his stick and handing it off to Jalen Meyer. Meyer sending it all the way across. Auburn will pick it up and look to send it the other way. Drew Main able to keep it in momentarily, but it'll get out. Jalen Meyer looking to send it back the other direction. And Tyler Main putting on a big hit as the puck goes the other way down the boards. Teddy Smart with that along the near side, gets it off the near boards, tried to get it up for Henry Dougherty, but they'll get it out of the zone. Oh, and Jalen Meyer tried to put a big hit on here. Auburn with a shot, gets saved by Chris Finger, but I will say that one was close. It was almost just to the right of his hip. Thankfully, he's able to bring it down, cover it. We'll have a stoppage of play with 9:11 left to go in this second period of play. Face off, one back by the Hornets. Nick Sergeev looking to grab that himself. He sends it back the other way. Henry Dougherty looking to grab it. But it's Brian Tonkovich will grab it in the near corner. Auburn, though, with a shot. And it'll get redirected over towards the far boards by Chris Finger. Auburn still with that possession, though, down in that far corner. They'll send it towards the center, and Chris Finger will hoover that up and cover it before it does any damage. 8:48 left to go in this second period of play. Face-off to the right of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face-off tied up here. And that one's won forward by Brady Moore and the Hornets, but Auburn keeping it in once again. Ryan Tonkovich ball behind his own net, looking for his team to set up a little bit of a breakout here. Will Sanzone will curl. And Tonkovich will get a bit of a stretch pass to him. They'll send it across for Brady Moore, and they will make that breakout work. But Auburn grabbing that back quickly in their own end, but they take it all the way deep below their own goal line. Sanzone looking to grab that in the far corner, but Auburn sending it all the way around. Nick Sergeev able to keep it in for the Hornets. He sends it up and into the corner. Henry Dougherty going in to put some pressure on Dimitri Sergeev, I should say. Will get it back down deep. Auburn looking to get it out, and they do. Nick Sergeev, though, stopping that at the faceoff dots just before the red line, but Auburn able to get that one back up. And here they come back into the Hornets' end. They'll send it across the crease, and it'll go all the way over to the far boards. The D-man just coming off the bench there is able to keep it in. And the Auburn will look to set something up here. He loses that. Ellis Thompson's able to steal it. And he sends it towards the center and gets it out for Jack Lalick. They'll try to get it up. Auburn able to steal that back. And the Hornets, Dimitri Sergeev, and a tumbling ref as Lalick's able to get it back into that near corner. Lalick trying to get it towards the center there. It goes for Ellis Thompson. He takes a shot. It gets rebounded towards the center. No shot will come that second time. Dimitri Sergeev with it in the far corner. He sends it over to Ellis Thompson. He tried to get a rebound there. He was in the right place, but didn't quite get a stick on it. Back to Lalick. Looking forward along the boards. He's able to take it out. Looking over his options. Sends it towards the center, but no shot will come. Auburn getting it back up and out of their own zone. Nick Sergeev having to chase that in the Hornets' end. He will come around with all the speed he can, keeping it up with his feet, but Auburn able to stop that at the top of the circles. Walker Thompson getting it back up. Capriati up for Chen, and it'll bounce into the Auburn end. The Maroons here trying to get it out of their own zone. As Walker Thompson keeping that one in for himself, walks it into the corner. He'll send it towards the center. Teddy Smart grabbing that on the other point. He'll send it up for Joey Leveroni, but unfortunately he's not able to catch that at that point. And that'll go out of the zone. Leveroni over for Teddy Smart. Fans on that one. Pass has to go the other way. No Chen sending it up for Nico Capriati. He will redirect that in. Brian Tonkovich getting hooked up there. And that'll force him down. And Auburn will take it. They can go the other way. No call from the referees. But nonetheless, there's quite the goal deficit on the board, so can't exactly fault them for it. Auburn, though, coming back up the same way. They shoot, and they score. And Auburn will get a goal on the board. And I will say that is the first goal put up on an FM goaltender in about 4 games now. Because the last 3 have been shutouts, both by Sean LaMarche and by the current goaltender, Chris Finger. And of course, if you'll remember correctly, 2 days ago, they split their last shutout, 13 shots to 13 shots. And both of them not able to, well, forcing, and we'll say just not letting anything into their net. Nonetheless, Auburn seemingly able to find one hole in the defense of the FM goaltenders. Brian Tonkovich grabbing that. He'll get it up the boards. Getting it back down on Auburn. They'll send it into the far corner. Sending it towards the center. They'll get off the stick of Chris Finger, and he will cover that one up. 5-1 is still our score here. So if Auburn thinks that they have a little bit of a chance, well, they've got some work to do. But like I said, they've got about a period and a half to do it, and that is a plenty amount of time, as seen by those first two FM goals in the beginning of this period, just done within a couple minutes of each other. FM coming back up. Jalen Meyer trying to keep it in that neutral zone, and he does. It'll go the other way, but Auburn will pick it up. Their D go D to D. They'll get it off the near boards, and that'll get down deep into the Hornets' end. Icing is waved off. Nick Sergeev handing it over to Henry Dowdy. He gets it back to Nick Sergeev. Sergeev trying to get it up for Brady Moore. There, he gets it off a stick. And Sergeev will pick it up himself. Sand zone, handing it back to Nick Sergeev. He'll come into the zone himself with two Hornets flanking him. Sergeev sending it towards the center, but just no man is there. Sandzone coming across to try to intercept that, but he doesn't quite get it this time. Jalen Meyer sending it back in. Will Sandzone leaving that puck on the boards, sending it towards the center for any particular Hornets who might want it, but none were there to get it. Henry Dougherty sending it back in, much the same way he did. Auburn getting it off the glass. They'll try to get it out of the zone, and they do with a foot. Jack Lawlick picking it up for the Hornets, taking it back into the zone end. And he'll get it up for Dmitry Sergeev. He and Ellis Thompson will come back in. A shot will come, and it'll go wide. It'll roll into the far corner. Ellis Thompson getting it for his brother Walker. Walker and Ellis Thompson trying to fight with it along the boards. Ellis Thompson will come out with it. He'll hand it up to Dmitry Sergeev, but Auburn will get that one back. They'll come over towards those near boards. Looking to get a couple moves here. Jalen Meyer stopping the body there, but it's under Dmitry Sergeev after a little bit of a scruffle there. A big shot and a big save. And another shot went wide. Dmitry Sergeev getting it up for Ellis Thompson. He'll try to use all the jets he can just to get it into the zone. He gets a big hit put on him. And Auburn will take it and go the other way, but that'll roll all the way down. And that will not be an icing. Walker Thompson trying to make something happen in the corner there. A shot will come from Auburn. It's turned away by Chris Finger once again. And here comes Teddy Smart. Smart trying to get it there. He'll get it up the boards. But Auburn sending it back below the goal line. And coming back up is Teddy Smart. Smart getting it up the boards. And Noah Chen will put the Jets on. Here he comes into the slot. Back in shot, but it goes wide. Below the goal line, it still lingers. Auburn grabbing that for themselves, and we've got a penalty here. This one's going to be on the Hornets. That will be 2-4 roughing. This one will be on Teddy Smart. Boy, oh boy, with exactly 2 minutes left to go in this second period. Provided that the Hornets can keep it out of their own zone, or keep it away from the goal of Chris Finger, they will spend the last 2 minutes of this period down a man. Face off. One back by the Hornets. Ryan Tonkovich looking to grab that. Gets it himself in that near corner below the goal line, just trying to waste any amount of time he can. Ryan Tonkovich getting it back. Just eating away at the time clock. He's already eaten away 20 seconds. 20 vital seconds for this Auburn team. And the Hornets will get it out and quite far. Their goaltender will stop it behind his net. We are already a quarter of a way through this penalty kill. And Auburn will get a breakout here. Joey Leveroni watching the man as he comes through the center. He will pass it towards the near side. And into the FM zone they will come, looking to set something up. Back towards the top it goes. Towards the boards man. He'll get it below the goal line for another man. Sending it towards the center. A shot will come. And a rebound. And another save from Chris Finger. They'll send it towards the top. A shot will come through the legs. and he's able to hoover it up. And Brian Tonkovich getting that man off of his goaltender with a little bit of a wrestling takedown. Will a penalty come? And they will not deem it so. And Brian Tonkovich will leave the ice. An innocent man. Face off, one back by Auburn. They'll get it towards their point men. And they've got about a minute left of their power play. A shot comes, turned away by Finger. Auburn with it below the goal line, behind the net of Finger. They'll try to make a wraparound happen here. But Chris Finger able to trap that before it does any further damage onto that board. 43.4 seconds are all that we have left in this second period, and 43 seconds are what Teddy Smart still has in the box. Tyler Main able to get it out of the zone here. And they'll get it up. 35 seconds left in the second. And now 30. As Auburn comes out of their own zone, looking over their options, sends it back towards the near side the same way. And they're able to get it deep into the Hornets' end. Jalen Meyer pulling with that man, tracking him as he can. Drew Main trying to get that man at the top. A shot will come. It goes wide of the net. Over towards the other side, and Tyler Main will get that one out. Just 10 seconds left in this second period. The Hornets locking it down in the neutral zone. Drew Main stopping that one. And we will run out of time. So, and a little bit more eventful of a second period. The score is now 5-1. 2 goals were gotten for the Hornets in that period, only 1 for the Auburn Maroons. But the score still stands at 5 for the Hornets, 1 for the Maroons. Don't go away. We'll have third period of action here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network, where we've got third period of action for you here at the Duke Arena at the Skaneateles YMCA on the shores of the Finger Lakes. The current score, 5 for the Hornets, 1 for the Auburn Maroons. What score will we finish this game at? We have 16 minutes on the clock to determine that. One goaltender is ready. The other is ready. Timekeepers are, and we're ready up here, and we will go for the final time this summer. As Auburn taking it back into their own end. And I will say that I think Joey Leveroni may have thought that we were still on a penalty kill there. He was a little bit hesitant to go put on some pressure, but here he is with that puck. Send it towards the center, but no Hornets will grab that. Noah Chen able to keep it in. He will send it into the far corner. Auburn getting it up the boards, and Brian Tonkovich able to keep that in. Gets it over for Leveroni. Up for Lalick. He's not able to catch that. Auburn will get it out of the zone. Brian Tonkovich will get it up out of the zone. Out of his own zone. Joey Leveroni forwarding into the Auburn end. Going deep below the goal line. Grabbing that though is Jack Lalick. He will get it off the boards. He keeps it in just momentarily. It was a little bit risky walking across that blue line. Auburn able to get it out. It gets right into the hands of Walker Thompson. Tyler Main getting it right into the bench of the Auburn Maroons. And that one off the glass, and I believe knocked out their playmaking board. Which, just is to say, it doesn't matter if you have a playmaking board, well, we'll still beat you. Here comes Nico Capriati. Grabbing that, though, is Drew Main. Auburn will get it back out. Walker Thompson looking to grab that themselves. Or himself, I should say. Nico Capriati sending it all the way across for Drew Main. Grabbing that. Coming around the net. We'll get it up for Walker Thompson. Thompson back to Drew Main. He loses that. Auburn will grab that, get it up the boards. Walker Thompson coming off the boards himself with that puck, able to keep it in. Nico Capriati tried to slam it home there, but it went redirected into that far corner. Gets it off him himself. Auburn grab that, sending it up the near side now. Walker Thompson there to keep it in again. He will walk it in. Getting it down for Nico Capriati. Capriati getting it off the board for Jalen Meyer. Meyer getting it down into the corner. It gets right into the hands of Auburn, and here they come. They've got a 2-on-1 coming into the Hornets' end. A shot will come. Rebound there, but not able to be capitalized on. Walker Thompson coming up the near boards. He'll send it all the way across for Nico Capriati. He avoids a hit there as Drew Main comes to pick it up for him. Auburn, though, sending it back up the boards. Teddy Smart able to keep it in, just freshly out of that box. And Auburn will come the other way, though. They'll come into the Hornets' end. A big hit from Teddy Smart will knock him off that puck. Brian Takovich will pick it up behind the net of Finger. They'll send it across for Jalen Meyer. Meyer coming up the boards with it. A little bit hardly, but I will say, going back around, they'll get it back. Teddy Smart grabbing that. Gets it up for Henry Dougherty. Dougherty up for Will Sanzone. Sanzone up for Brady Moore, I should say. Brady Moore sending it across towards the center. A shot will come. And the defender rebounded right towards that goaltender, but Auburn is able to get it out of their own zone with a little fire. That'll be another icing. Chris Finger sending it all the way down through a couple legs, but gets redirected towards the net of the Auburn goaltender, not quite towards the referee. But still, able to get it there, and that's all that matters. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Brian Takovich with a big shot, but it gets redirected wide. Ellis Thompson out there putting in work. Gives it over for Demetrius Sajib. He gets a shot, but it gets off the glove there. And boy, oh boy, if you had it about a foot to the right, you would have had a goal. Brian Takovich sending it back down deep for Dimitri Sergeev, having to contend with the legs of the referee there. He's able to get it back towards the center. It comes, but Auburn able to get that back, but it's Ellis Thompson who stops that for the Hornets, sending it towards the center, but Auburn will get their hands on it, and they will send it back the other way. Coming up the boards they go. Teddy Smart able to put a big hit on. They'll send it all the way around those boards for Dimitri Sergeev and Nico Capriati. But Auburn will forward it back in. Getting it off the stick there of Dimitri Sergeev. They'll come back. And Nico Capriati almost forcing that referee to take a little bit of a tumble there. Ellis Thompson keeping that one in. And they're not able to keep it in a second time. Nick Sergeev coming back in. Loses that a little bit. He'll have to go for that himself. Gets it up for Walker Thompson. Auburn, though, stealing that back. But D-men getting off the boards. No Chen there. Getting a little tripped up. It'll get off a deflection towards the center. Nick Sergeev will pick that up for the Hornets. Backhanded shot. Gets a stop of the goaltender, and he'll put it behind his net. And Auburn will pick that one up. He'll slap your stick. And they'll get it up and out of their own zone and deep into the Hornets' end. Nick Sergeev able to put a big hit on. And here they come. Forwards it up for Joey Leveroni. Coming back into the Auburn end. Looking over his options as he comes in quickly. Turns around, trying to make a pass there, but he's not able to. Jack Lalick down there to help him out. Lalick coming out with that puck. Looking over his options, gets it off the back of the goal there for Joe Leveroni in the near corner. He comes off the boards. Along the crease there, along the top of the circle, a big shot there from Jack Lalick. Gets turned away by the goaltender. Jalen Meyer sneaking in to keep it in. It'll roll around all the way for Nick Sergeev on the other side. He'll keep it in himself. They'll get off of boards there. It'll roll over towards the near boards, and Auburn is able to get it out. Jack Lalick looking to grab that for the Hornets. Leaves that for Jalen Meyer. He'll send it over for Noah Chen. He'll dump it into the near corner, and as he and Joey Leveroni go to change, and Teddy Smart will go in to put some forechecking on. Jalen Meyer, a little bit of snuck up on there, and he gets a big open ice hit put on him. Auburn getting it back below their goal line. Both the Maine twins able to get that themselves. Drew Maine handing it off for Teddy Smart, who gets a big shot off the crossbar and in. Wow, what a ripper from the point. And Teddy Smart will go bar down and up that lead back to 5. The score is 6-1. .46 left to go in this third period of play. Face-off won back by the Hornets. Walker Thompson getting it deep into the zone. Drew Maine going for it in the corner. Brian Tonkovich grabbing that there, and they will call that eye sticking. So I believe Nico Capriati was a little bit ambitious with trying to get his stick on that puck. .932 remaining in this third period of play. What's, I will say, looking to be the final period of this Skaneateles Summer Series. Face-off goes all the way down, as per the referee's discretion. And they will win that face-off back. Auburn taking a shot, gets stopped in the middle. Walker Thompson's able to forward it up for Brady Moore. Auburn falling down a little bit there. Walker Thompson setting it up the near boards. It'll stay along those near boards and in the Hornets' end. Thanks to Auburn's efforts. And they'll get it back for Henry Dowdy. He'll try to send it towards the center. But Auburn will pick that one back up. Henry Dowdy, though, able to steal it back himself. He'll send it up for Brady Moore as they come into the Auburn end. Sending it towards the center. No shot will come, however. Will Sansom getting it in that corner. Just getting a couple pucks right towards him. Will Sansom getting a little tripped up there. Henry Dowdy getting it off the boards. He'll hop over towards the net there, and he shoots and scores! And Brady Moore putting it in off a deflection. The score is 7-1. Hornets over the Auburn Maroons. And that will be Brady Moore's third goal of this summer series. It's nice to have stats that you can reference. Nick Sergeev getting it off there. Getting it up for Jack Lalick. He'll send it all the way across there, but no Hornets were there at that moment. But Teddy Smart's able to go over there and forward it up into the Auburn end. But Auburn getting that out quickly. Nick Sergeev picking that up for the Hornets. Getting it over for Jack Lalick. Lalick getting it up for Noah Chen. Chen getting it back across, and Joey Leveroni's not able to get his stick on it. But it'll go over to the near boards. Popping out. Getting it right into the hands of Noah Chen. He'll make a couple moves and put a shot on, but it goes wide. Auburn trying to get that out. Noah Chen foiling their efforts for now. He's strong on that stick, but he's not able to keep it in. Teddy Smart sending it right towards the center, but Auburn is able to intercept it. Here they come into the Hornets' end. A shot will come. Turned away by Finger. Auburn still with that puck. Gets it out to the point man. Point man takes a shot. Gloved up by Finger. .746 remaining in this third period of play. 7-1 is our current score. We've got just over 7 minutes left to go in this third period. Will that score change? Well, We'll have to see. Face off to the right of Chris Finger in the Hornets end. Face off, one forward by the Hornets. Here comes Dmitry Sergeev, choosing the far boards to go up along. And they'll get it into the Auburn end. Will Sanzone looking to grab that himself. And they'll get up for, I believe that is Dmitry Sergeev. Ryan Tonkovic getting it back into the zone. Referee signaling that they were still offsides. They'll retreat and head back again. Auburn coming out of the corner with it. Looking to get a play going here. They've got 3-on-2. Coming into the Hornets' end. Looking over their options. Sends it backhanded up. Which will get off the chest and into the glove of Chris Finger. 7:04 remaining in this third period of play. Face off once again now to the right of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face off. One back by Auburn, but FM's able to take it quickly. Tyler Main sending it over to his brother Drew. But the brotherly connection just wasn't there on this occasion. He's not able to catch that. It'll go over to the boards. A little bit of scuffling there, and Auburn is able to grab that and take it out. They'll send it back up. Ryan Tonkovic getting it out of their zone momentarily. He's able to get that back. Gets it back over the blue line. But Auburn getting that themselves off those boards. Ryan Tonkovic will get it back. Back over the blue line. He'll send it over instead to Jalen Meyer. Stretch pass back over to the near side. But they'll go off the boards and into the hands of the Auburn Maroons. They'll get it back into the corner. Coming up the boards. Looking to get it out of their own zone. A stretch pass there. Intercepted by Ryan Tonkovic. Here they come. They're not able to get a shot off, though. Auburn getting it back out again. Here comes Brady Moore. They'll get it up for Walker Thompson, who gets a little bit pressured in the center there. Here comes Auburn the other way. And big hits put on by Brady Moore. Here comes Drew Main. Up back into the Auburn end. Making a couple moves. Forwarding it up with his skate. But he didn't quite get there. Auburn will go the other way. Teddy Smart taking it all the way back, or forced to take it all the way back into the Hornets' end. Hands it off for Brady Moore. They'll get it up in his skates. But here comes Auburn with a shot. It goes wide. Nico Capriati getting it out. And it'll go. Henry Dougherty putting on some forechecking, but Auburn keeping it in their own zone. And the Hornets are allowed to stay in. Auburn sending it all the way out of their own zone. That'll go all the way up. And they will call that icing. And that one Auburn player seemingly not exactly a happy camper with the call of that referee to keep that icing. That's one of those where it's a little bit borderline, and he chose to be conservative. Face off, one forward by the Hornets. This one grabbed by Joey Leveroni. He'll get it up for, I believe that's Brian Tonkovic. He's not able to keep it in on this occasion. Auburn coming back up. Gets it off the skate there of Nick Sergeev. Brian Tonkovic trying to get it back towards the other way. Jack Lalick with it behind that net. Brian Tonkovic putting a hit on. Getting that puck position himself. Getting it for Jack Lalick. It gets off the goal there. But still into Jack Lalick's hands. He comes up the far boards. Into the Auburn end. Looking over his options. Tried to send it towards the center there, but it got hung up on a foot there. Nick Sergeev with a shot. Gets redirected towards the boards. Joey Leveroni with that. Taking it below the goal line. But Auburn getting it up into the netting for another stoppage of the play. And our timekeepers providing the other referee with a new puck. And the referee handing our timekeepers, Mr. and Mrs. Finger, that puck back. And we will play on. 4:21 remaining in this third period of play. Face off to the left of the Auburn goaltender. This one back by the Hornets. They'll send it into the corner. Dimitri Sergeev trying to get that, but Auburn sending it all the way out. That'll go towards the center. And Teddy Smart coming back up the far side with it. Into the zone he comes. Looking to make a couple moves. He's not able to get the shot off. It'll go into the corner. Teddy Smart in the far corner. Sending it towards the center. Ellis Thompson trying to get a shot off with Auburn. Able to take that away. They get it out of the zone. Teddy Smart sending it the other way. Dimitri Sergeev. And referees indicating that it's still offsides. The Hornets will have to retreat as Auburn gets a free breakout. They'll get it up into the Hornets' end. Looking over his options as he comes in. Sends it towards the center. A very common trend here. Walker Thompson getting a little bit foiled there, but he'll send it over to Dimitri Sergeev, who forwards it up to Tyler Main. He gets it up for Will Sanzone. Often it's on his edges there. They shoot. And they score. Once more. It's a little bit uncertain there due to the very muted reactions of the Hornets. But the Hornets will extend their lead to 7. The score is 8-1. Face-off in the center once more. Face-off, won back by the Hornets. Walker Thompson sending it back up for Nico Capriati. Capriati getting it below the goal line. Auburn, though, looking to pick it up. It's Tyler Main coming in towards the corner there. Nico Capriati sending it towards the far corner. Auburn getting it, or trying to get it out there. I believe he fooled almost everyone, but he whiffed on that one. Walker Thompson leaving that for Tyler Main. He gets stolen away by Auburn. They will dump it into the zone. Tyler Main getting it up for Nico Capriati. Capriati getting it around that defender. They've got a 2-on-1. A shot will come. It's off the post and not into the net. The Hornets trying to keep it in the zone. Didn't quite get there. Auburn getting it up the other way. Walker Thompson will get it through the center, going towards the far side, and into the zone they will come. Gets stopped right at the blue line. And the referee, I believe, they will call a timeout over on the Hornets bench. With 2:11 left to go in the third, let's reflect on how this game has gone so far. In all accounts, it's been quite the game for the Hornets. They put 3 goals on in the first period, 2 goals on in the second, unfortunately giving up 1. And in the third, they've managed 3 again. And I'm not sure what Coach Wiz on that FM bench has to say. But clearly it's important enough to call a timeout with 2:11 left to go in the third. And like I said, this is the last game of this Skaneateles Summer Series. And boy, oh boy, do we have the regular season to look forward to. We've got a couple seniors on that ice. We've got a senior Chris Finger, a senior Joey Leveroni, who is looking to be the captain of this team. We will come up. We will face off in the Auburn end. And another thing to look forward to in this upcoming regular season, I will say, is the Hornets' trip to Lake Placid, to the Olympic ice, coming this January. So stay tuned for that. We will finish our game here on the shores of Skaneateles Lake. Ryan Tonkovich trying to get it back into the Auburn end. Getting it off the boards, though, are Auburn. They will send it out of the zone. Teddy Smart grabbing that. Less than 2 minutes left to go. Getting it back for Henry Dougherty. Dougherty back up for Ryan Tonkovich. Tonkovich stopping it there, just wasting away time, as he is, well, able to do. He was allowed to do that. Ryan Tonkovich keeping it in the Hornets' end. They'll send it around for Henry Dougherty, and they will forward it Up for Will Sanzone. Sanzone getting it into the zone. Going into the corner himself for that puck. Keeping it around. They'll get it back in. Up for Teddy Smart. Smart over for Tonkovic. Tonkovic on the other side, that is. They'll get it across the goal, across the blue line. Almost over that determining edge. And Teddy Smart able to grab that. And he leaves it for Will Sanzone. Over for Brady Moore it goes. Up for Teddy Smart. Smart across for Brian Tonkovic. Over for Teddy Smart. Less than a minute to go. Over for Will Sanzone. Smart. Down for Moore. Moore in the corner. Up for Smart at the point. Smart at the far point. Gets it almost taken away from him. Keeps it in the zone. He sends it over for Brady Moore. Moore down in the far corner. Along the boards, up the boards he comes. Giving it over for Teddy Smart. Nick does not go over that edge, but nonetheless, Auburn will take it out. Here they come, back into the Hornets' end. A shot will come, and it's in there. They were able to get it just 5-hole. But a nice goal for feeling, I will say, but with 17 seconds left to go in the third period, well, they'd have to break an NHL record to get enough goals in that span of time to, well, even this game. But 6 seconds left in that penalty. Joey Leveroni will take it for the Hornets. He'll go behind the net. We are even strength. Coming up the boards he goes. Will he go for one last time? He's running out of time here as he enters the zone. And we will run out of time. And that'll do it for the 2023 Skaneateles Summer Series. And the Hornets will take the final victory 8-2. And for the second year in a row, they will finish with a winning record. A record of 5-3 in this here's Summer Series. And boy, oh boy, was that an entertaining Summer Series. We had 3 shutouts, and technically 2 for each goalie, since that last shutout was split between them. So, a wonderful job by all of our FM Hornets. And I will say, just looking at the stat sheet right now, the points and the goals and the assists are fairly even spread. There wasn't necessarily a clear goal leader. I mean, apart from Joey Leveroni, but that was before this game. There were 8 goals put onto those stat sheets. So, like I said, a fairly even spread for goal scorers in this Summer Series. And it was well for assists. But that'll do it for this year's Skaneateles Summer Series. Like I said, look forward to this upcoming regular season. Starting in November, we will have a senior Chris Finger, a senior Joey Leveroni. We also have a senior Brady Moore, a senior Walker Thompson. And boy, oh boy, is that something to look forward to. And as well, our special trip, the Hornets hockey team goes to Lake Placid to face off against Saranac. We'll hope you'll join us for that. But anyways, thank you very much for watching us for these 8 matches here. And we will say good night from the Finger Lakes, from the shores of Skaneateles Lake. We bid you adieu, and we will thank you all for watching. We really couldn't do it without you. We wish you the greatest of nights. We're signing off here. We hope you have a good one.